Since its inception, America's Got Talent has served as a platform for the convergence of ambitions and destiny, giving rise to narratives that are more compelling than those that could be imagined. Every season, common individuals rise to prominence with the hope that their abilities will result in a complete transformation of their lives. However, the AGT journey almost never reaches a point of completion in the same manner that it did for Jessica Sanchez, the powerhouse who was 9 months along in her pregnancy when she won the Season 20 title and left the country in shock with her dramatic final performance. The success that Jessica achieved was not just another victory that could be added to the franchise's record. It was a moment that was grounded in history and emotion, as well as a 10-year path of unwavering determination. Jessica Sanchez's tale is one of the most remarkable arcs that America's Got Talent has ever created. She started off as a young girl who was shaking on the AGT stage, but she has now grown into a woman who can send the entire audience to tears with just one note. And now, with $1 million and a headlining engagement in Las Vegas under her belt, she is on the verge of embarking on a fresh start, both in her personal and professional life. A full-circle miracle. The journey of an AGT Season 20 contestant who went from being 10 years old to winning the competition. Jessica Sanchez's appearance on America's Got Talent was so spectacular that it felt as if she were performing on a movie set. She was brimming with unrefined hope and possessed a desire that was much too grand for her tender age when she first set foot on the America's Got Talent stage at the age of 10. Her voice at that time was full of promise, glittering with potential, but she did not take it all the way. Although life propelled her in a multitude of directions, including music, acting, performance, and developing a profession piece by piece, that spark never diminished. When she returned to the same stage years later, she did so as an adult, a seasoned performer, and to the surprise of many, a woman who would soon become a mother. Beautiful Things, the song that she sang at the audition, was delivered in such a hauntingly quiet manner that it left the audience completely silent. Judge Sofia Vergara was so flabbergasted by Jessica's maturity, tone, and emotional depth that she stood up from her chair and immediately pressed the golden buzzer, which sent Jessica on to the live rounds. The audience was captivated from the very beginning. Every note Jessica sang was a testament to the story of her life, not just a simple performance. Furthermore, she was not by herself in this endeavor because she was accompanied by the presence of another heartbeat. Jessica announced that she was in the 9th month of her pregnancy just a few days after her audition was broadcasted, an announcement that was met with praise from people all around the globe. Her journey was characterized by an emotional undercurrent that America's Got Talent had never experienced before, as she was simultaneously prepared to welcome a child. Ordinary, Golden Hour, and a number of other classics were each featured in separate episodes, with Jessica adding fresh content to every installment and using the songs as a foundation for her narrative style. Fans online expressed their appreciation for the semifinal performances by describing them as cinematic, healing, and transcendent. However, the conclusion caught viewers completely off guard. Die with a Smile, a conclusion that brought everything to a halt. Jessica Sanchez's performance will be at the heart of the memories of the grand finale of Season 20, which will be remembered for many years to come. Surrounded by dim golden lights and dressed in soothing earth tones, she delivered Die with a Smile with a remarkable level of tenderness. There was not a single bit of spectacle, and the production was not extravagant in the slightest. Only her voice, which is warm, radiant, and cracked at the edges in all the right places, is able to hold the weight of the journey that she has taken. Every single line of the song seemed to be a reflection of my own life. Each high note was imbued with the resilience of a lady who had experienced life in all of its forms, including loss, love, fall, and ascent. She hadn't even reached the end of her performance yet when the audience began to applaud. There were some judges who were clearly experiencing strong emotions. There was an overwhelming number of responses on social media sites that named her the indisputable victor. The roar that echoed through the theater as Terry Crews revealed her name was reminiscent of a triumph that had been a long time coming. Jessica Sanchez had been awarded the United States $1 million reward, which is a considerable amount of money. However, it is well known that the majority of America's Got Talent winners receive this prize in the form of an annuity that is paid out over a period of 40 years. That being said, the cash was not the actual win. Not for her, no. A grander award, being the main attraction at the Las Vegas AGT showcase. Beyond the confetti is where Jessica can find the real golden ticket. One of the perks that she receives from her victory is the opportunity to headline the America's Got Talent showcase in Las Vegas, a rotating residency on the renowned Las Vegas Strip where the champions perform for many nights. For entertainers, Las Vegas is not just a place to perform, it is a launching pad. People who are interested in the entertainment industry, such as journalists, scouts, and influencers, as well as tourists, are drawn to the showcase that is America's Got Talent. Stars are formed there. Furthermore, it is possible that Jessica will find herself on a platform that will ultimately enhance her status from that of a recognized vocalist to that of a household name. She is not going to limit herself to singing 2-minute song excerpts in Las Vegas. She will demand complete sets. She will create a complete show based on her own life narrative, including her upbringing on America's Got Talent, the years she spent perfecting her skill, the recent whirlwind of performing while pregnant, and the new phase she is about to embark on as both a mother and a celebrity. According to producers who are well-versed in the residency model, the exposure is worth significantly more than the prize money since it generates unstoppable momentum. There are several artists who have gone on to have successful careers all around the world after participating in showcases in Las Vegas, despite the fact that they have never won America's Got Talent. The potential is limitless for Jessica, provided that she is the victor. In addition to the trip to Universal's brand new Epic Universe theme park, which is fully paid for, the winner's package is said to contain a number of other promotional benefits, providing more evidence that America's Got Talent is making a significant investment in its newest champion. A profession that extends far past America's Got Talent. Jessica Sanchez comes across as a fresh find to a lot of casual viewers of the sport. However, those who have been following her for a long time are aware that her talent has been a defining factor in her life for more than 10 years. She has constructed a resume that contains the following: music releases that are professional in nature, tours across the country, performances around the world, positions in acting, particularly in the program Glee, where she demonstrated her vocal abilities as well as her personality on film, guest appearances at events and on programs in the entertainment industry. Jessica is a type of artist whose distinctive voice allows her to be recognized immediately. The emotional texture that is present in her voice, which is deep and full, is the kind of vocal quality that makes even the simplest of tunes sound significant. The most significant advantage she has is her adaptability. She transitions between any musical style with ease, whether it is pop, soul, acoustic, or R&B. It is because to this ability to adapt that she was able to excel in Season 20 of America's Got Talent, a competition in which the participants are expected to continuously amaze both the judges and the audience. American grit training has always been really important to her, even as she has accomplished so many other things. The fact that she is winning it now, at this point in her life, adds a level of significance that a lot of admirers think is poetic. Jessica's family, friends, and support network. The woman who voices the character. In addition to her powerful singing and commanding presence on stage, there is a lady who is grounded in love, particularly the affection that she receives from her husband, Ricky Gallardo. Ricky was the one who provided the most support to her for the entire season, assisting her in finding a balance between the expectations of performing and the actualities of pregnancy in its later stages. Jessica took to Instagram on the 15th day of September in the year 2025 to inform her followers that she was now in her 9th month. Her caption, which conveyed a combination of pride, vulnerability, and thankfulness, was akin to a soft murmur that she directed toward the entire planet. There were numerous comments from admirers referring to her as supermom, inspiration, and fearless. The most emotionally affecting aspect was the way in which she accepted motherhood while simultaneously navigating a challenging and competitive environment with courage. The majority of performers might have retreated. Jessica gave the greatest performance of her life on one of the world's most prominent platforms after taking a step forward to get there. It is anticipated that her journey will have an impact on a large number of expectant moms who have difficulty balancing their personal transformations with their aspirations. Jessica provided evidence that the two of them can coexist in harmony, not flawlessly, not without pain, but gloriously. Take a look at my life. Jessica reflects after her victory. Not long after she was awarded the title of champion, Jessica sent her followers a statement that perfectly conveyed the emotional journey she had experienced. Take a look at my life. Everything that I had hoped for is happening all at the same time. I recently won the competition that was a major influence during my upbringing, and I am on the verge of becoming a mother. I am not large enough to handle this. Her narrative struck a chord with people all over the world because of the reasons that were encapsulated in those sentences. The triumph that Jessica achieved was not effortless, nor was it free of difficulties. It was propelled by love, and it was messy, daring, and genuine. The primary goal of this victory was to achieve redemption. On the subject of growth in regards to the destiny that had been awaiting her since she was 10 years old and taking action to fulfill it. What is in store for the most recent American Idol sensation? A defining year that is full of pressure, opportunity, and reinvention awaits all too frequently just after the champions of America's Got Talent claim their victory. However, two extremely potent gifts accompany Jessica Sanchez as she enters this chapter. A vocal instrument with the power to touch the hearts of millions. A life narrative that is so captivating that it may support a brand. Jessica's future plans might establish a legacy that extends long beyond a single season of television, especially considering the fact that she has a revived international fanbase, a Las Vegas residency coming up, and a baby on the way. The following are predictions from those in the industry. Recently released music. Potential soundtrack attributes. Opportunities to tour on the national and international levels. Appearances as a guest on talk shows, late-night television programs, and music specials. Partnerships with prominent musicians who now view her as an up-and-coming force to be reckoned with. AGT may have given her the spotlight, but the decision of what she does with it now is all her own, and fans are eager to follow her lead. A triumph greater than the performance. Jessica Sanchez was not just victorious in America's Got Talent Season 20, she has redefined what it means to be victorious. She demonstrated that being resilient is not merely a characteristic, rather it is a process. She provided evidence that parenting and ambition do not necessarily come into conflict with each other. She demonstrated that delayed dreams are not the same thing as rejected dreams. The narrative that she presents serves as a reminder that life does not always unfold in accordance with the expectations that we have. There are occasions when it returns us back to the precise point where we began. This does not occur in order for us to relive the past, but rather in order for us to assert ownership of what has always belonged to us. Jessica brings along with her more than just a trophy and a reward as she gets ready to be the main attraction in Las Vegas. She is carrying with her a legacy that has been established on bravery, compassion, and a voice that the world will not soon forget.